Good morning. You are now riding with Relyks. I'm Relyks, aka Skyler, and I'm here to just talk to you guys while I drive to work. It's cold. It's cold today. It's really cold. I actually got out my warm coat for the winter, which I didn't think I would do. I got it out yesterday because it was pretty cold, and I was wearing thin socks because I go to church on Sundays. So I figured I needed another layer somewhere, and or at least a thicker layer, and the coat came out. First time this winter, but definitely needed because, well, as I stated earlier, it's cold. But that happens when you live in an area that has seasons. I live in New York. There's seasons. And currently we're, I don't know, tail end of fall or autumn, depending on how you may refer to it. And winter approaching. Winter's coming. So yeah, it's cold. I needed to get this out. Also, it's a different scarf than my previous videos, if you've seen them. If I posted them. I haven't yet. I'm actually looking to get someone to take a look at them first, before I do that. I don't know. It's a self-conscious thing. It's a do you think it's ready thing. It's a, I probably should just post them, and then I'll get comments from whoever watches them. Because what's the worst that could happen? People hate me. And I don't want people to hate me. Actually, I don't. Actually, I don't. I don't want people to hate me. But what you gonna do? Sometimes people don't like you. People judge you. People say, well, he's not doing it the way I would do it, so... Or some people are like, well, there's been videos out for years, and YouTube is pretty well established, and you can just watch videos from other people and see what successes they've made and try to copy that. Well, I don't want to copy anyone. I want to do what I'm doing. Has anyone done this? I don't know. I haven't scoured YouTube to try to see if there's someone who's done a ride in the car with me on my way to work series. That's not I don't have time for that. I don't have time to scour YouTube. I watch one YouTube thing a day. It happens to be Rhett and Link. I'm a partial mythical beast. And that's about it. Otherwise, sometimes random things, but nothing specific. That is the only thing that I am consistent about. So, anyway, I'm exhausted today. More about myself is I'm 30 years old. You can't tell, I know. I look so young. But no, I'm 30 years old. I am married with 2 kids. Married with 2 kids. Two boys. One that's 2 and one that's going on 6 months this month. That's pretty exciting. But it also means I don't really sleep at night. The 6-month-old, he's been stuffy lately, so he's been coughing all night because he's got all the mucus stuff running down the back of his throat. Of course, that doesn't help me or my wife to sleep. And she's good about it. She wakes up and takes care of things and stuff like that. But still, I don't not wake up. I mean, I don't think I wake up as much as she does, but I certainly wake up more than I want to. But she's fantastic. She's actually a stay-at-home mom. She takes care of them and has to deal with them all day. Well, I have the privilege of going to work and being No, if I was a millionaire, I would love to stay home with them, to see them grow up more, to see instead of getting pictures or seeing video later on of things that they did that day, I'd love to actually be there to experience it. But at the same time, I want to show my sons that the responsible thing to do in life is to go and do stuff. Now, if I stayed home, would I do that? I don't know. It's a big question that I've pondered. I was unemployed for 8 months 3 years ago before I got the job that I'm in now. I've almost been here for 3 years. It'll be 3 years. It's 2.5 years, I guess. So. But since I was unemployed for 8 months, then yeah, it would be 3 years ago. And that sucked, obviously. To be unemployed and not know where your income's coming from, not know how you're going to go about buying stuff that you need or paying for bills or different things like that. We didn't have kids back then, but we were married and we were living in a small apartment. And we pushed through. But while I was unemployed, I had very, very productive days of doing stuff around the house, of taking care of stuff, of shoveling when it snowed, I love music, and I actually wrote some songs. So I was very productive. But some days, then there were other days where. Oh, and I did the unemployment stuff. Like I had to take care of my resume. I had to redo it, submit applications, and be very up to date on that, because I did file for unemployment. So there were certain things that I needed to do in order to check in with the unemployment office and prove that I was being productive, applying for stuff and doing what I needed to do. But man, there were some days where I was like, I've already updated my resume, I've already submitted applications, now it's just a waiting game. All I want to do is just sit around and play video games, and so I did. And so that wasn't necessarily productive. Except that I did make progress in the video games that I had, but no, I don't know what I would do if I actually was a millionaire or whatever and could stay at home. I would like to think that I would be productive, that I'd learn another skill, that I want to build stuff. I want to build like sheds, and not necessarily to sell, but I want to build them I want to build one. I want to build one in my backyard, and I don't know. I'd like to think that I would do that. I'd like to think that I would take care of stuff around the house to improve things, but I don't know. There's always the thought that I might just sit around and play video games. Anyway, only time will tell if God decides to bless me with $1 million, or if that situation presents itself, then I'm sure He would know what I would do with it, and I guess we'll see. The hope is maybe I'll be a millionaire one day, but I don't know. One day at a time, just like one kid at a time, just like one life to live, and doing my best. So that was just a little bit more about myself and the weather, and to show you that I do own a different scarf. I did find it. So take care, guys. I hope you enjoyed this installment of Riding with Relyks, and tune in whenever there's another one, or whenever there's a first one. I still have yet to publish any because, like I said, I'm waiting for my ego to be stroked a little bit. No, I'm really I want to get input from my wife and maybe one other, but at least my wife, and see what she thinks about them. If she says they're absolute rubbish, well then, I might have to rethink the format. But if she's like, sure, which is her way of saying, yeah, it's kind of good, go for it, then I will. And we'll see. But I hope you guys enjoy whatever I end up putting out. And I'm so glad it's not a sunny day today because there's no glare. It's been a pretty good episode. I'm warm with the heat on in my car. Hope there's not too much noise from the engine. And feel free and hopefully feel like you want to subscribe and comment and like and share